Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How is everybody doing? Can you see me and can you hear me? If you can, please put in a comment. Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's see if it's working for Instagram as well. I think it's working. Okay. Hello, hello. Today is the English life coaching time. Put in a comment any question you have for me. It doesn't have to be coaching questions, it could be anything. Put in a comment. If it's Japanese, I can translate, so that's okay. You can put question in the comment. How are you? Say hi in the comment as well. Let's see if any comment or question is coming in. How are you doing? Everybody is shy when it comes to speaking in English. Let's wait. Well, this morning I was yay, first comment from Mai. Yay, hi. Do you have any question, Mai? Mai got lots and lots of translation interpreting um requests lately, I heard or I read, right? Congratulations, my son. So good to hear that. And a lot more is coming on your way. I know. I remember you were saying like, "Oh, I'm taking, interpreting courses and yeah, it happened. It happened. You are an interpreter and you have done amazing job for, those interpreting jobs. Yeah, you're welcome. You are amazing. Good morning, Keiko-san. I just saw her in uh, in a Zoom call, and she started Mainichi Sachiko, like everyday Sachiko, last month. Yeah, and she's been listening to me every single day or reading my message every single day. And she's here. Amazing. Thank you, Keiko-san. Mai-san, yeah, I've shared my free time for many preparation for the next one. Awesome. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to mm, develop a skill, right? So today, in my group consultation Zoom call, I talked about we need to do things in order to actually learn something. It's kind of like learning how to bike, how to ride a bike. You can you can watch videos, you can read about all the mechanism of the bicycles and how you need to move your knees and legs and how to balance all those things, or you can watch people bike and then see like I guess that's how you do it. But unless you actually ride on a bike and actually fall off from bike, fall, you know, fall down many times. Until you do that, you don't really learn how to bike. right? It's the same thing for skiing, you know? Now that I don't fall down as often by skiing, only when I go to really, really, really challenging slopes, but still I fall down. But at the beginning, oh my gosh, I fell down a lot. But you kind of like expect that, right? So when you expect falling down a lot in order to get better at something, I don't think any parents expect their kids to ride a bike without falling once, right? Without falling at all. That's impossible, right? So, same for English, learning English, right? Like I made so many mistakes using wrong words, misunderstanding what they're saying, all those mistakes and embarrassing moments. I had a really embarrassing moment when I was in high school in Switzerland and I was speaking, trying to speak English. And then the teacher and everybody else was like, English speakers were surrounded this teacher. And then of course the teacher was like, like I looked up to him, right? And then somehow I thought I doubt it means something like, oh, of course, because I didn't know the meaning of doubt, but I saw someone using that phrase and then like I misunderstood what they were saying. So I thought I doubt it means like, oh, sure, of course, you're right type of phrase. So when the teacher was talking about something and everybody, around him was like, yeah, yeah. And then I said, I doubt it very loud. And guess what? I doubt it means I don't believe you. That's not right. Or you're wrong type of meaning. I had no idea. And then, like, as soon as I said it and out loud, and everybody was like, what? What is she saying? That's when I realized, like, oh my gosh, I must have said something wrong. But I don't know what, because I had no idea what I doubt it mean. And doubt is really difficult, like, back then, there was no internet or, like, translator or, Google phone or iPhone or anything like that. So, doubt, I couldn't look it up because I didn't know the meaning of it, and I didn't know how to spell it. So then there's no way of looking it up in the dictionary because you have to know either spelling of the word or you need to know the meaning of the word in Japanese, so then I can look up Japanese English dictionary. But I had no idea how to spell it because it's really weird spelling. Doubt is DOUBT, right? And I had no idea. And I said it, and then everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she's disagreeing with this teacher." So embarrassing. So embarrassing. Another thing was like, I lived in a dorm, in high school because I lived in Switzerland, and all the kids from all over the world were living there together. So then every night there was a curfew, which is light out time. It was like 10 o'clock, or I forgot, 9:30 or 10 or 10:30. I forgot. But when the time came, I was like, you know, sneaking. I wasn't sneaking out or anything, but I was just like reading something or doing something. And then the teacher came and then she said, "You naughty girl, what are you doing?" And I got in trouble. But naughty, I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, "What did she call me? Did she call me something bad? Like, what did she say?" because she said, "You are a naughty girl." And then like I was like, "What does that mean?" And naughty, like how do you spell it? I try to look it up, naughty, like N what? N-O? I had no idea because it's spelled very different, like weirdly too. Naughty. Naughty. Yeah, naughty. Um, but I had no idea. And finally, like somehow I was able to figure that out, which was naughty is like, like, まあ、悪い子ねみたいな感じ? I said it in Japanese, sorry. Um, it's yeah, so it's like naughty girl is a kid who makes always like troubles, don't follow rules, those kind of thing. Yeah. So yes, Naoki-san, I believe doing it and feeling it is the fastest way to make it. Yes, yes, right? But we as an adult try not to fall, try not to fail so hard that we waste so much time. We waste so much time trying not to fail or fall down or make mistakes. Actually, by doing it and failing it and then learning from it and then failing it again and then doing it again and then improving it and doing it again, that is how to make it the fastest. Yes. Naoki-san, you're right. Completely. Absolutely right. Yes, that's the fastest way. It can be painful on your ego. When you fall down, when you are try to ride a bike or learning how to ride a bike or try to ski, when you fall down, it hurts. Your body hurts. But when you try to do something new, when you are trying to achieve your dreams and achieve your goals and you fall down, you hurt as well, but your ego gets hurt. And especially when I'm skiing, I'm not good at falling, but when I see, I see my kids falling down and they know how to fall well. Like they don't get injured. They're good at falling because one, they're not afraid of falling, and two, they have fallen so many times, they are good at it. And then 3, they expect they could fall someday, sometime, right? So there's no like resistance to it. So they're so good at falling, they don't get injured. But when I fall, you know, it hurts. I was like, my shoulder was hurting so much last time when I tried snowboarding again and I fell. So, yeah. So when as you grow up and you forgot how to fall down, how to fail, it becomes more scary. It becomes painful after you fall. Then once you fall like, you know, then you get injured or you get hurt, then you like no more. I don't want to fall again. I'm going to do it safe. I'm going to choose safe way. So that's how we stop, you know? Trying something new is difficult because believing in myself is so difficult. Yeah. That is why I had a coach who believes in me. So my job was at first, very beginning, I couldn't believe in myself because, yeah, something brand new I never done before. Or actually, I've failed 3 times before. I failed in my business, try to do my business and failed 3 times before. So, especially after that experience, I couldn't believe myself making it. So, what I did this time around, the fourth time, is I hired a coach. I had a help. And the help is not to teach me how to do things. She didn't teach me, you have to do this, you have to do that in order to, make your business successful. No. She believed in me, and I used that. Like, I used her belief, I borrowed her belief in me so that I can be brave enough to take a step, one step at a time, and do it. Right? So because I couldn't believe in myself yet at the time. Like, especially if you don't have anything. You are at zero. From 0 to 1, I always say this, from 0 to 1 is the hardest part, and that's the time where you take so much energy, the most energy, to lift yourself up to the next level, right? Because it's like space shuttle or spaceship or whatever, the rocket, you know, when it launches, it takes so much energy, the gas and like a flame going on, and just like, momentum to go up, just to go like, the first part is takes so much energy. It's the same thing. And that's the time you need the belief the most, right? Because when you start get going, like, you when the rocket is already in the atmosphere, outside, where, it doesn't need much, you know energy anymore, like it just goes around the the earth or in the universe. Same thing in business. Once it starts going, at least you have evidence that you can do it. So then you of course have to build up to it. Like, you have to build it up to higher and higher and higher, but still at least you have that one little bit of confidence, but at the beginning you don't. So that's the time you need the most. Yeah. Yeah, Naoki-san, I realize why coach is so important. Yes. That is the most important part. And guess what? I have to tell you a funny story. I have told this to my students and my clients before. So if you have heard this, I'm sorry. I'm repeating my story, but way, way, long time ago, meaning maybe like 7 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe, when I first thought about creating my fourth try, like fourth business. I was a therapist. I was leading like a team of maybe 60 people in a program. And I think I was a director or manager at that point, and I was working full time, and I just had, my kids, and I really felt like I could try building my business on the side, while I work, right? And I felt like I have something to offer to the world. I can do more. I can, do something to create money and create um value in this world. So I was listening to this business podcast, like this woman. I don't even remember her name right now anymore, but I came across, her podcast, and I was listening how to build your business and online business. And then she was really like energetic, very excited, very how do I say, like very, like she was teaching how to do it. And then I decided that I am going to invest myself to talk to her and get a guidance, because still, like, she was talking about how to do all these like business things, I didn't know what to do. Like, what is my first step? What are the steps I need to take, my business off the ground? I didn't know. So it was $500. That was like for like 30 minutes. And back then, I've paid so much more than that now, but back then, I never spent that much money for anything. Like, maybe my purse. No, not even. Like, I'm very stingy. I don't I don't spend so much money on stuff, especially back then. Right now, I have, some luxury things, but back then, like, I never spent that much money on myself, so it was so scary, $500. And but I thought, "I want to do this. I want to know what I can do, and what is my first step?" So, I got on a phone call. It was like phone call. It was not even Zoom back then, 7, 8 years ago, and I was on the phone call during, like, a break time of my work, like, during, like, I had 15 minutes, no, 30 minutes. Yeah, it was a lunchtime. So it was 30 minutes or 1 hour lunch break. And I went into my car, right? And then I had a call with her. And guess what? From the get go, she didn't believe in me. She said, "You have a good job, you have a profession. Why don't you just stick to it? Online business is not that easy." That was it. And I'm like, uh, okay, that is why I am calling you. I'm needing your help to get me to where I want to be. I want to do my business and to help me." And then she's like, "Hmm, online business, you think online business is so easy and people make a lot of money from it, but it's not that easy. I recommend that you just like give up." I'm like, "What?" That was the worst, worst, worst 30 minutes, but that was the best, best, best learning I got in my career and my business because I got upset. Like, first I got like, "Oh, yeah, business is not for me. I don't have what it takes to do business." Okay, she's right. She's right. I failed before. I shouldn't do business. I just stick to my job. And I'm good at my job. I enjoy my job too. So I just need to stick to it. And then suddenly I start getting mad. I'm like, why how would she know that I can't? Like, I'm gonna just prove her wrong, right? When I when I started feeling upset and angry, I realized she didn't believe in me. And that was the worst thing because I could have just said, "Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not good at money. I'm not good at business. I'm not good at selling. I have no idea what I'm doing. Of course, I can't do it. I can't do it." But that was the best learning I ever gotten because I learned that my job, how do I say, my most important job as a coach is to believe in my clients, believe in them. Because if they believed in themselves, they could have already done it. They're here with me because they are not yet have that belief. So I really need to cast a vision of them or for them and believe in them and believe in their capacity, believe in their future, believe in their, you know, ability. And that is what I do as a coach. And I learned from that $500 call. I felt like, "Oh my gosh, I threw away $500. Oh my gosh." But that was the best learning I ever gotten in my whole career or my business with $500. Yep. So that's why having a coach is so important. The right one, the right coach who believes in you. Well, I guess it's, even someone who didn't believe in me, I learned from it. But it helps when your coach believes in you. So I think it's time. Oh, I didn't check Instagram. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching in Instagram as well. Um, yeah. So today was my story about my horrible, horrible experience spending $500 and being told that like you can't do it. Don't do it. But I learned from it. That was the best learning ever. And also not fearing to fail or fall down and get good at falling like my kids. Yeah, that will get to your destination, your goal, your where you want to be the fastest. All right. It's time to say goodbye, but I will see you next week again. Thank you guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.